Welcome to Housing Price Trends. We frequently get asked to explain the Housing Price Index, or HPI, and also how we create the change in the Housing Price Index that's adjusted for inflation. In this video, you'll learn about the Housing Price Index, or HPI, how we create the change in the Housing Price Index after adjusting for inflation, how you can use the HPI price change chart to maximize your returns on real estate investing. Okay, let's get started. The Housing Price Index is published by the Federal Housing Finance Agency. It covers transactions for single-family properties involving Freddie Mac or Fannie Mae. Tracking began in 1975 for many cities and is updated quarterly. The HPI is not adjusted for inflation. This is very important. Let's look at a chart of the HPI. For example, here is the Housing Price Index chart for Albuquerque, New Mexico. We have added a trend line based on the data up to 2004, and then projected the trend line to 2014. This trend indicates that for Albuquerque, the Housing Price Index is about where it would have been if the housing crisis did not occur. Also, it looks like the 2014 price index is a lot higher than it was in 1977. But remember, the Housing Price Index does not account for inflation. So here is the chart for Albuquerque with both the HPI and the HPI adjusted for inflation. The blue line is the one that's adjusted for inflation. Now you can see that adjusted for inflation, there was only a small price increase in almost 37 years. Wow, that's a much different picture. Now I should mention something else about the Housing Price Index. The HPI is normalized for cities to 100 for the first quarter of 1995. You may notice that the HPI for a city may vary slightly with some quarterly updates of the data. This is due to changes in city area, actually MSA or Metropolitan Statistical Area, as well as new data that changes past reported data. Okay, now we know a lot about the Housing Price Index, but at Housing Price Trends, we use HPI price change data adjusted for inflation. It is the analysis of how the price change is trending that gives you a much better picture of prices in the housing market for a city and how you can profit from that information. So let's look at a price change chart. Price change is the percentage change in the price index year over year. When the line is above zero, prices are increasing. When the line is below zero, prices are decreasing. So what's the best strategy to invest in Albuquerque using the price change chart? Using the Housing Price Trend system, you can turn investing in Albuquerque into a very profitable venture. You only hold a property during the best periods of appreciation. You will decrease your risk as well as dramatically increase returns. So let's see what that chart would look like. Now you have the ability to invest in cash flow rental properties and, more importantly, dramatically increase your profits. You can avoid periods of time when the price of your property would go down. So in your investing, make sure that you use price change data and that you adjust for inflation. Visit us at housingpricetrends.com. Increase your profits, reduce your risk, free access to charts for over 400 U.S. cities.